He smiled during the fire drill, and I panicked. It started in biology class. I glanced over and saw Milo sketching in his notebook. At first, I assumed it was another one of his strange doodles. He always drew. But then I looked closer, and my stomach dropped. It wasn't a drawing. It was a map. A full layout of our school. Every hallway, every exit, every security camera, marked. Some classrooms were circled in red, with specific times written beside them. 11:14, 12:42. It didn't look like art. It looked like a plan. Milo wasn't new. He just always been quiet. Wore the same gray hoodie every day, sat in the back, head down, never raised his voice. Kids called him names behind his back. He never reacted. I never gave him much thought until that day. After bio, I started paying attention. He used to carry one backpack like everyone else. Then suddenly, he started showing up with a second, smaller one, black, heavy looking, zipped tight at all times. He never let it leave his side. Even in gym class or at lunch, he kept it near, gripped it actually, like whatever was inside mattered a lot, and he never opened it. Then one day in history class, he got up to use the bathroom and, for once, left his stuff. The notebook was right there. I knew I shouldn't look, but I did. What I found scared me more than the map. There was a list of full names. Some crossed out, not scribbled, but neatly lined through. My name was on there. So were some kids from gym. I had no idea what it meant, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I couldn't sleep that night. Couldn't stop thinking about those red circles, the times, that list, and Milo's quiet, unreadable face. The next morning, the principal announced a fire drill around noon. The usual groans filled the room, but not from Milo. Milo smiled. It was the first time I'd ever seen him smile, and something about it felt wrong, like he was ready for something the rest of us weren't. So I told a teacher, pulled her aside, explained everything, the map, the list, the bags. She gave me this half sigh and told me Milo was very creative and just different, that I was probably imagining things. I wanted to believe her, but I couldn't ignore what my gut was screaming. At noon, the fire alarm blared. Everyone filed outside. Teachers counted heads, kids joked and scrolled their phones. But I wasn't watching the door. I was scanning the crowd. Milo wasn't there. I ran to a teacher. She said maybe he was absent, but I saw him that morning. Saw both bags under his desk, so I ran. Through the halls, empty now, past the library, the labs, the music wing. My heart was pounding. I didn't have a plan, just a horrible certainty that I needed to find him now. The door to the art room was cracked open. I pushed it slowly, bracing myself for God knows what. And there he was, Milo, standing in front of the back wall, carefully pinning something up. He didn't see me at first. I stepped closer and saw what he was working on. Not weapon, not bomb, but a mural. Dozens of hand-drawn portraits, students from our school, each one labeled with a name, a time, and a location, the same as the map. Milo turned around and looked me in the eye for the first time, and he said quietly, I didn't want anyone to forget the people who were kind to me. He said he'd been drawing them for weeks, recording every small moment of kindness, someone holding a door, offering a pencil, sitting with him at lunch. The list, it wasn't a target list, it was a thank you list. I just stood there, stunned, because I'd built a whole horror story in my head, and almost ruined everything, almost ruined him, and maybe myself too. Self.